Guys, Kempo back here again. I haven't done a UFC predictions in a while, but UFC 305 Perth, my hometown, that's where it is this weekend. I'm excited, so I want to give out predictions, which I haven't done in a while, but I feel like I've watched UFC and fight combat sports for a long time, so screw it. This time, I'm going to make a predictions. I'm going to put it out there this time. When I did this one last time, I actually got quite a few right. Not every time I bet, but a lot of the time I bet, and especially recently, I've been doing pretty good. So, anyways, let's get straight into it. Let's not mess about. I am only going to do the main card for the predictions, but on the day I'll be betting however it goes. I like to steamroll it. I think it's Carlos, his last name's, I can't remember off the top of my head, but it's Li Jiang. If we're going straight out the bat, Li Jiang, the last time I remember seeing him fight was against Comes Up, where he got absolutely ragdolled. And what I've heard from this Carlos guy, he had his losses early in his career, and he's just been on a first round finish tear through his whole winning streak. So I'm going with that Carlos dude. Next one I remember was Gamrot versus Dan Hooker. I love Dan Hooker. I feel like for me, he is one of the BMFs. He just fights constantly, takes on anyone. He doesn't give a fuck. But he really does struggle with wrestlers. Every time I've seen him fight a wrestler, he just eventually gets taken down. But this is a newer Dan Hooker. In a way, he looks like he's a bit more refined. He can throw that knee. But Gamrot's a bit more well-rounded in the sense that he can wrestle, he can strike, but he does rely on that wrestling a lot. I'm not going to go with my heart this time. Unfortunately, I maybe might do a bet on the day, but I will put a prediction out there saying Gamrot will win by, I'm going to say submission. Gamrot by submission. And then I'm going to put, what's next? Tai Tuivasa versus Rosenstruck. That's pretty much a stand and bang sort of fight. Rosenstruck might try to be technical, but I don't think he's that much taller than Tai Tuivasa. So I know Tai struggles with the bigger, longer people. He does struggle with the technical ones, but if they're roughly the same height, he can really create the street fighting style that he has. So this time, but Tai Tuivasa's been on a losing streak. But I will go with my heart this time. I will go Tai Tuivasa by knockout. Probably on my multis, I'm only putting it by not going the distance. But if I am to pick someone, I'm going Tai Tuivasa. Just to create that scrambly street beef style. I think he gets it done. Next one, Steve Erzik versus Kai Kara France. Oh, that's a toughie. But because I love Kai Kara France. I think he's a great striker. He does bring the pace. But Steve Erzik, just coming off a championship loss, which he actually put it on Pantoja. He made a few mistakes, but I think he comes back, and I think he beats Kai Kara France by, well, he's got a lot of submissions, so I think he's going to get him wrestled, and I think he's going to take him by rear naked choke. I think Steve Erzik by submission. And then the main event, DDP versus Israel Adesanya. This one's a grudge match. The real African champ is in the memes out there about the dick pics and stuff. That's hilarious. Israel, I've been watching his career for a long time now, even back to his kickboxing days. DDP, I've been watching his career. He's really come up. I would say quickly, DDP, he's got that awkward style, pressure, throwing bombs. I don't know, he makes middleweight because that dude is muscly as fuck. He's one of those fighters, every time I watch his fight, he's besides the Robert Whittaker one, where he did actually smoke him, which no one thought he would. For example, the Bronson fight, he looked gassed getting into that, and he looked like he just scraped that win. The Sean Strickland fight to win the championship, it looked like he just won that decision. He finds a way to get over the bar. Even the Darren Till looked like he was losing most of the fight until he got that wrestling in. He's very adaptable to the situation, but for me, he has a winner's mentality where he just finds a way. Even if he's on the back foot, he wins, and he's on a massive winning streak. I think he's getting underestimated right now. Is he coming off a loss against Sean Strickland, where he didn't really look like himself. I think he got burnt out a little bit. He honestly, when he's one of the most active champions, fight multiple times a year, which not many champions do that. Only the city kickboxing boys really do that. Well, it is a tough pick. This one is a hard one because all the stories you hear from Izzy getting bigger now in his time off. When he is grudging against someone, he goes after them. Like, he calls himself the king of the petty. He uses his fuel. So, real fighter's mentality. But we have to pick a winner this time. It pains me to say, and usually I never really pick against Izzy, but this time I'm actually going to put DDP by decision. I think he utilizes his wrestling in this one, and Izzy has shown if the guy is bigger, for example, when he moved up against Jan Blachowicz, the wrestling can affect him. So I think DDP is massive for the weight class. I think Izzy will start piecing him up with the striking, and eventually DDP will get him to the ground and win the rounds, and he'll win by decision. I think that's how it goes. Those are my predictions for UFC 305. Let me know what you guys got going down below, and have a great weekend, and let's have a good session. I don't know why I said that, but no worries. See ya.